We know what bridegroom is. And Revelation chapter 14 verse 1 to 4, it says there will be 144,000, something like that, in heaven, virgin men. So the difference between you in the Bible, Christianity, you have virgin men in your heaven, but us, we have virgin women. Where that's the difference. So my question to you is, where did Jesus say there is no marriage in heaven? Exactly, word by word. The context is at the resurrection. We know at the resurrection, also in Islam, there is no marriage, because when you're coming out of, we are coming out of the graves, all of us. There will be no marriage at that time. Jesus talked about a specific time. So my question to you, I want you to show me where Jesus said there is no marriage in heaven. And there's no sex. And I said again, in order you to have sex, you don't have to get married.
Okay. So clear misquoting of the verse.
Okay.
And when you read the verse in its context, the very starting of it, every Christian would identify this as a parable. So
according to you, okay.
I allowed you to speak without interrupting. Please allow me to speak without interrupting. Okay. So at the very beginning of this verse, it says, "At that time, the kingdom of heaven will be like." When Jesus said this, and he's quoted multiple parables, he quoted many stories, okay, about different things in the Bible. This is one of the parables to illustrate what heaven would be like in human terms. He was illustrating a parable. And he said at that time the kingdom of heaven would be like. And he goes on to a Jewish custom of weddings. These are not talking about virgin men. Whoever is reading it, please read it in context. This is talking about virgins. In Jewish context, and even in the custom that I come from, there will be virgin women.
This is not Jewish context.
Hold on.
It's a New Testament.
In the culture that I come from as well, in the Jewish culture, in the culture that I come from as well, when we get married, for my marriage, there will be virgin women. There will be virgin women who will assist the bride. There will be unmarried men who assist the groom. Here in this country, it's slightly different that they have married. Okay. So now in the Jewish culture also, they had virgin women who would. Oh my gosh.
Can you stop it? Get down on purpose. Can you stop, mister? My friend. Come on, you're disrespecting us. No, you're disrespecting us. That's disrespecting us. Yeah, you're disrespecting everyone. You're disrespecting everyone, my friend. Come on, please. Politely, my friend, please.
Just call this guy. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
now,
understand it in context.
Okay.
No, I allowed you to speak. Please allow me to speak. This is nothing but a parable that Jesus is quoting, saying this is a story. The kingdom of heaven will be like. The kingdom of heaven will be like 10 virgins who go out. Now you missed in quoting this, in misquoting this, you missed the main objective of the story. It says that the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 virgins who prepared their lamps and 10 foolish virgins who did not prepare the lamp. What Jesus is trying to tell the people is, you should be like the 10 virgins who were prepared when the bridegroom comes. Who is the bridegroom? Jesus himself. That's the representation in the story. You completely missed this story. You're talking about 10 virgin males waiting for their females in heaven. Nowhere in the Bible does it talk about sex. Now let me come to the second point, because you raised 2 points which are connected. I'll talk about the second. At the resurrection, when you are resurrected, obviously you're not going to get married when you're resurrected. When you go to heaven, how will you be married when you do not have your body? Your body is in the grave. Your body is dead and buried. It is your spirit that we believe that goes to heaven. Therefore, there is no sex, no marriage. That is why Jesus said you will neither have marriage nor be given into marriage in heaven.
Now again, I'm asking the same question. Still now you didn't answer my question. First of all, Jesus said he was talking about the kingdom of heaven. He was not talking about anything else. The context is about the heaven. I didn't mention, Jesus mentioned heaven.
How do you know?
Wait. Jesus never said, there is nowhere in the Bible where Jesus said there is no marriage in heaven. There is no sex in heaven. He never said, no single verse. And he never said there is no marriage in heaven. Until now you're not showing me. But Jesus said at the resurrection and in heaven, we know that is two different words.
Okay.
You cannot use that one. And also Revelation chapter 14 verse 1 to 4, also it indicates there will be 444,000, like something like that. 144,000, I'm not sure. Whatever it is.
144,000.
Yeah, 144,000 virgin men, yes.
Continue.
So also that one is in heaven.
Continue.
So now my question is, all the time you say Muslims will have 72 virgins. Also you misquoting that verse, that hadith. The hadith is not for all Muslims. 72 virgins for the people, for the ones who die as martyrs for the sake of Allah.
Okay.
Do you agree with that one? So now you said it's a parable. It's not real. So according to you, it's not real. But Jesus mentioned about heaven, the kingdom of heaven. He never mentioned about other things. And he said they shall meet their bridegroom. We know what bridegroom is. You're twisting. We know already that is clear.
Okay.
Two questions I ask you. Two things.
Yes.
I said, show me in the Bible where Jesus said there's no marriage in heaven. Show me in the Bible where Jesus said there's no sex in heaven.
Okay. I'm responding now.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, let me go back to the passage because you quoted this passage.
Okay.
This passage is talking about virgins meeting their bridegroom. It again talks about virgins, not virgin men, virgin women meeting the bridegroom. Here it is a representation of what is going to happen just before we get to heaven. And that is when Jesus comes again, we have to be like virgins, pure and holy, to meet the bridegroom. If we are like the foolish virgins, because that is conveniently something that you left out, if we are the foolish virgins, they will be out of the kingdom of God. Now, at the time of resurrection, I agree with you, at the time of resurrection, there can be no sex, there can be no marriage, there cannot be anything else. But at the time of resurrection, it is not our physical body that is going to be resurrected. If our physical body is going to be in the ground, how on earth would we get 72 virgins? So that's my question to you. My question to you is, how will those martyrs, according to you, enjoy 72 virgins when their physical body is in the ground? How can...
No, wait. Okay, wait.
So my question to you is, how, when their body is dead and buried in the ground, what will they be doing there, and how will they be given new bodies? If
Do you understand the context of the hadith also?
Please, I did not interrupt you.
Okay.
Now coming to
your question is what? No, the question you ask now is
the question is, how will they be able to have sex when their body is dead and rotting in the ground?
I'll answer
what
that
will
question.
happen that in heaven? Okay, so again, you spoke
Shall I answer
about
that question first? Shall I answer
Allow
that
me
question?
to finish.
Okay.
Allow me to finish.
Okay.
In the book of Revelations, it talks about the 144,000 who will be saved. It's not about virgin men, so do not misquote that verse. It's nothing about virgins, because in our heaven, we are spirits. We will be like a spirit worshipping the Lord, worshipping God, and we will have things in heaven. Jesus talks about mansions. It does not mean a physical mansion. It just talks about a place of rest. It talks about a place of fellowship with our God. It does not mean sex, because if you're going to have sex, the very purpose of sex in biology is to have offspring. There's no such thing as offspring, because now we will be like the angels, and that's what the Bible says. We'll be like the angels.
What do you mean? Sex. Okay, I'm asking two questions now. First of all, let me answer your question. You said the people in Islam die as martyrs for the sake of Allah. You said, how can they have 72 virgins whilst they're dead? The hadith is not talking about in the grave, first of all. You need to get that point.
Exactly.
We are talking about in heaven. Okay? Now, so my question to you now is, do you know what's the spirit? What do you mean by like you become like a spirit? Can you explain that one?
Like, that's why I said like the angels.
Like a spirit what?
Like
angels.
the angels.
What do you mean angels spirit?
Angels are spirits.
No, you mean angels are spirit?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
Spirit.
What do you mean by that? Angels are spirit.
It is not a physical entity.
So angels are spirit.
Yes.
So angels are spirit.
Yes.
So how can you justify when Mary, according to Bible, the angel came to her, angel Gabriel? If the angel is a spirit, how did she see them?
So, can I respond to that?
Answer that one.
Yeah. So angels can come into our world, okay, into the physical
But you said
world.
angels are spirit.
Can I?
Okay.
Can I? So they are spirit.
Yeah.
They can transcend into the physical world. They can pass through the physical world. So, for example, the trees or doors or windows or floors of buildings do not have anything to hinder them. They can move into any realm.
That one we know.
Okay?
They can turn into different.
And they can also appear to people.
But-
they can choose to according to the will of God, they can choose to appear to people at certain points of time.
But
and
now-
even talk
Okay.
physically to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I'm asking now,
Yeah.
do you know the difference? They become like an angel. Jesus, that's what he said. Do you know the difference in the Bible, angels in the Bible and angels in Islam? Shall I tell you?
Okay.
In the Bible, it says when they came to Lot, and what you say, Lot. When they came, the angels came to him, and Abraham, whatever. According to Islam, when they brought the food, the meat they wanted to eat, in Islam the angels never ate. But in your book it says they ate it. Understand now?
Yes.
So context, you say they will become like an angel, doesn't mean they will not have sex. How do you know the angels don't have sex? How do you know the angels do not marry one another? Do you have any verse in the Bible? You are assuming all I can hear now is assumption. There's nowhere in the Bible it says angels do not get married, do not have sex, do not produce children. Do you have anywhere?
Okay.
Assumption.
Can I respond?
Yeah,
Can I
assumption.
respond? Again,
Yeah.
sex is for the physical body.
Okay.
And that was my question to you.
Okay.
When there's martyrs,
Yes.
and for example, for that matter, the male martyrs get 72 virgins. I'm not sure what the female martyrs get. Anyway,
Okay.
well, let me come to the point.
Okay.
When your body is dead and buried in the ground,
Yeah.
your physical body is dead and buried. Sex and marriage is for physical body to reproduce. The reason why we have sex is for reproduction. The main reason for sex is for reproduction.
Again.
And how can you have sex in heaven when your body is dead and buried in the ground?
Again,
It
I'm
is
asking.
common sense.
Again,
You
no,
need
common
to
sense,
have-
assumption.
No, it is
Common sense. You
My
using
body is
common
dead and
sense. No,
buried
I
in the
want from
ground.
your book.
No, I'm asking you
No.
a question. You answer
No,
me from your book.
I want from
Answer
your
me
book.
From your
No,
book.
I
If the
answered.
person is dead and buried
No,
in the ground. How
no,
can he have
I'm
sex?
not talking about in the grave. We are talking about in heaven. Don't divert to the grave now.
But his body is in
No,
the ground.
no, we are talking about in heaven after the resurrection.
After the
Are you
resurrection,
getting the
so
point?
what-
In
so-
Islam, when
so his body will come out of the ground.
In Islam, when we are talking about the 72,
body
wait, let
come
me.
out of the
Can I
ground?
talk? Can I answer?
Yeah.
72 virgins is not in the grave. It's not about spiritually. It's physically real.
Right. I
It's
understand
that
that.
one is after the resurrection when Muslims go to Jannah,
I understand
heaven.
that.
So that one is not about spiritually.
they
Did
going
you
to
not
have
ask
sex?
me?
I know
Okay.
where their body
Do not
is.
ask. No.
I know where their body is.
Are you not getting my point?
No,
I
I'm not
said.
getting the
Look,
point.
look. My point is now.
Like you're telling
wait,
me
let me
it's
answer.
not there.
Let me
I'm
answer.
asking you
let
to
me
show
answer.
me what
let
is
me
there.
answer. Let me answer.
I'm getting
I
cold.
said to you. Okay. Let me say to you. Let me answer.
Yeah.
Simply, I said to you, when we die, when we die, we go to the grave. We go to the grave. Yeah.
Yeah.
That time we become dust.
Correct.
After the resurrection,
Okay.
we will be resurrected
Okay.
physically,
Okay.
not just spiritually.
Okay.
Look, wait, brother. Our physically, not spiritually.
Okay.
So 72 virgins or whatever, or Hurul Ain, all that, is in heaven physically after the resurrection. The life after this life. That one I answered.
Okay.
I hope you get that point.
Okay.
So now I'm asking, still now you are telling me assumption. Jesus said they will be like an angels. So in the Bible, there is no way it says angels do not have sex. Angels do not get married. So I want the context. I don't want assumption. Where Jesus said angels do not get married, and they do not have sex. Do you have any verse? All now you told me common sense. I want from your book. I don't want common sense. You are telling me assumption. I don't want assumption. I showed you Matthew 25 when Jesus was describing the heaven, but you are telling it's parable. Whatever you're saying off context, you are trying to twist and just in order to attack Islam, because in Islam there will be marriage, there will be sex in heaven. Jesus never said there is no marriage in heaven. I dare you show me any single verse where Jesus said there is no marriage in heaven or there is no sex in heaven. And I showed you in heaven, the kingdom of heaven in Matthew 25:1, they will meet their bridegroom. We know what bridegroom is for. And you know what is the reason for meeting your bridegroom. You know what is the consequence. You know, everyone we know what is the point of that. So all now you're telling me assumption and whatever. And Revelation, I told you in chapter 14, verse 1 to 4.
Okay.
Still assumption.
Yeah.
I want you to answer,
respond?
please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So again, since you quoted again Matthew 25,
Yes.
Let me rephrase.
No,
This
no, you didn't
parable-
answer. No, that one we discussed about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Now what I'm asking is, show me where Jesus said in the heaven.
I have to quote
there
this
is no marriage in the heaven. He said at the resurrection.
I have to
The
quote-
context is at the resurrection. In Islam, at the resurrection, when everyone comes out of the grave, at that time there is no marriage, there is no wives.
Okay.
There are no
I'm
wives that
responding.
time.
Allow me to respond
Okay.
because I allowed you.
Okay.
Okay. Matthew 25. Matthew 25
Okay.
again does not speak about sex. Matthew 25 does not speak about having sex in heaven because there is no sex in heaven.
already
And
answered.
how do I say this is because the Bible does not say at all that there will be sex in heaven. The Bible does
You're
not
not
say.
getting my point.
Because
Okay, let me ask you one question.
I
What is the point of getting married? Tell me. What is the point of getting married?
can I finish?
Okay, answer that
Because
question as well. Okay.
No,
I will let you
I
speak.
allowed you, yeah,
I will let you
right?
speak.
So Matthew 25 is talking about 5, and you're not talking about the other portion. Matthew 25 is talking about 5 wise virgins versus 5 foolish virgins. It's not that we're going to be virgin men in heaven.
Jesus said in heaven,
no,
anyways.
it is not
That's
that.
the context.
Whoever's watching, I
No,
would advise
in heaven.
them to
No,
look at the
in
context.
heaven. No,
This
the
is a-
context Jesus mentioned
No,
the
it's
heaven.
saying
No,
like the kingdom of heaven will
no,
be
he was
like.
describing.
Yes, he was.
Jesus was describing in heaven.
Not
No,
that way.
he was describing the heaven.
Exactly. This is what it's going to be like.
He was
Please
telling what will happen in
understand
heaven.
it. Understand it according
Do
to
you
the
agree? No, do you agree Jesus was
See,
describing
you're not
what will
allowing
happen
me-
in heaven?
When you speak,
Okay.
I am not interrupting you.
Okay.
I'm allowing you to finish.
Okay.
But you're interrupting me continuously. But allow me to finish, and then you can
Okay.
ask whatever question.
Okay.
Again, Matthew 25 is very clear, talking about 5 wise virgins. The wise virgins represent us. We have to be pure, holy. That is why it says virgins. We are going to meet the bridegroom. Bridegroom is represented by Jesus. That is what
again,
is going to be
off
in heaven.
context.
And it is not
Now,
about sex.
so
It
Jesus is
about
10.
the marriage
Okay, wait.
supper.
Let me ask
Hold on,
you.
let me
Okay,
finish.
okay,
Let
okay.
me finish.
Okay,
Do not
finish.
interrupt me.
Okay, finish.
It is the 5 wise virgins who will be invited to go into heaven, because the 5 foolish virgins were foolish, so that they will be shut out of the kingdom of heaven. That is what the parable is talking about. It's not about sex in heaven. It has nothing to do with sex. Again, the 144,000 people in heaven, they are the saints who will be in heaven. It is not talking. It does not specify whether they are virgins or not, because the Bible does not clearly say anything about sex.
That
in
one
heaven,
it says
because it's not
virgins.
there. Now, allow me to finish.
144,000.
The Quran talks
Okay.
about sex in heaven
Okay.
because there is sex in heaven. The Bible does not talk about sex in heaven because there is no sex in heaven.
Okay, you
and
done?
up to now,
you
Matthew
done now?
25 is not a
Are
very
you
good
done now?
argument. It's a very
Are you
weak
done now?
argument because Matthew 25 is talking about something else. It's talking about a parable saying that we should be pure like virgins, only then we can go to heaven.
That's also, again and again, I'm repeating. Again, you're telling me assumption. Assumption
not
and
there.
common
I told you it's
sense.
not there.
No, you're telling me
It's
common
not there
sense.
because it's-
No, you're telling me
there's
common
nothing
sense
about
and
sex in
assumption.
heaven.
Okay, one question I'm asking now. You said the pride
Show
group.
me a
Okay,
clear
wait, let me
verse
finish.
in the
Let me
Bible
finish.
which says there'll be sex
Can
in
I finish?
heaven.
Can I finish? Can I finish? Here now, you said the 10 virgin men, the bridegroom is Jesus, as you said. So are you telling me now Jesus was talking about 10 virgin men? Those 10 virgin men is Jesus. So is Jesus 10 men? Is that what you're saying? The verse says 10 virgin men. They will see their bridegroom. So is Jesus 10 men? No. The context, even you're referring to Jesus, is off context. Jesus said 10 men. Jesus is no equivalent to 10 men.
Can I respond?
No, let me finish this.